What it is, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Srtfied, and I'm back with another banger for you guys. Y'all already know what's up. If you're not a subscriber to this channel yet, smash that subscribe button. You know why? Because it don't cost me nothing, don't cost you nothing. Just click that red button for me. So I finally got my sub back. If you've been following me on my channel for a while now, you know back in February, this was 3 months ago, I ended up damaging my sub. Well, I didn't damage it, but I don't know how I got damaged. It wasn't damaged before, so I'm just gonna throw the blame on me. You know what I'm saying? I damaged the sub. But anyways, I needed to get my sub reformed. I ended up putting a hole in the surround, as you just saw in the picture. And yeah, I ended up going to Daddy-O's, dropping the sub off, and getting it sent off to Jail Audio to get reformed. I don't know if you guys seen my recent videos or have been watching my recent videos where I explained that Jail does not fix your sub and send you back the same sub. They actually take your sub, they order the parts to fix it, and then they ended up either selling it or sending it out to customers who have, you know, warranty, still subs under warranty or anything like that, and they send them out a replacement sub, a refurbished sub, and they pretty much keep that cycle going. So I ended up getting a replacement refurbished sub sent back out to me. So I'm gonna get this thing installed tonight. I just got off work, actually. I'm pretty tired. So I'm gonna unbox it, show you guys what's in the box. This box is actually pretty big and got some weight to it. This sub is not light, by no means, not light at all. And then I also have the sub enclosure right here for it. That is the LAB slat box, which is a custom box specifically built for the W7's parameters. This is a 12-inch W7. Let me actually give you guys a... There we go. Boom. That's the actual model number right there. All right, so this is a 12-inch W7 Anniversary Edition. There's no difference between the regular W7 and the Anniversary Edition as far as the power handling capability, sound quality, and nothing like that. I really don't know what's special about the Anniversary Edition, except the little W7 label is colored versus just I think it's like gray and white or black and white, whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna unbox this thing, get this thing installed, and then tomorrow I'm gonna switch over. Obviously it's gonna be in the same video, but tomorrow I'm gonna get this thing thrown in the car, tune up the sound processor for it. And because right now I ended up tuning the sound processor to sound good without a sub. I tend to take some of the bass out of my car speakers with a sub because I don't need those car speakers to reproduce or try to reproduce sub bass when I have a sub in the car. So I gotta retune the system with a sound processor. So I'm gonna go over that stuff a little bit with you guys, just because this video will be a long video if I try to go through and show you guys how I properly, I'm not gonna say properly, but how I prefer to tune and have my sound sounding in my car. But I am gonna give you guys a quick overview. So let's get this thing unboxed. So I guess they decided to put a box within a box. So this is the actual box to the sub. Let me pull this thing apart. This thing is actually packaged pretty nicely. User manual. Sub. Yep, it's tight too. Feels like a brand new sub. Make sure the surrounds are good. But yeah, this is the only piece that's different about the Anniversary Edition. Trying to make it out a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what's different about it. If you guys who are versed, or let's come on, focus, there we go, who are pretty knowledgeable about these Jail Audio subs, outside of the general specs. Let me know in the comments what's different about the anniversary edition W7 versus the regular W7, because from my knowledge, its specs are all the same. But I'm trying to get this thing out the box. Let me sit you guys down real quick. All right, so had to get it out the box. Comes on this nice little wooden plate right here. So I'm pretty sure it's mounted. Yep, it's mounted on this plate right here. So I have to get the screws out. And when you get this up, don't forget to take this backing off before you install it in the box, because it is covering up the breather hole, for lack of a better term, for this magnet. So this magnet is pretty big. I don't have the biggest hands, but my hands are big enough, and this thing is hefty. So as y'all can see in here, everything is good. Yep, it's good to go. So I'm gonna get this thing off the wood and yeah, get this thing installed in this enclosure right here. And I don't know why my camera's acting up today. So I'll show you guys once it's installed into an enclosure. All right, so the sub is completely off the little baffle. The good part about it is, if you guys need screws or whatnot, it comes with these screws, so you can actually reuse them to install it into your box. But I will say, I wish I had a drill right now. My drill is currently not charged, so I can't even use my drill right now because this is a lot of work trying to do this manually. But just real quick, for those that want to know how to install and remove the sub, obviously you guys seen the little ring around here. This ring goes around as such to hold down the foam, and then this clamps on around like such. Actually, let me try to get it real quick. Yeah, it clamps around like such, and then you just kind of squeeze it together, but you want to do it from the top end and then squeeze around and bring it together on the front end. But yeah, this little ring holds this surround together, and then on the inside you just peel up this surround. Just be careful, to where you don't puncture it. There we go. And then you mount it inside here. So once it's mounted, it looks like a clean install and you don't see the screw holes. A lot of people that I've seen, they actually just flip this whole surround up. You don't want to do that because you could potentially risk damaging your sub surround, because it's not meant to fold up against itself like that. This is foam, so you want to be careful with that stuff. So just, you know, take your time and go one by one and just one at a time. Boom, boom, boom. All right. But yeah, so we're gonna put this thing in. I just connected the wires that go to the terminal down there. The terminals are right here. So yeah, let's get this thing put in. All right, the sub is in. He knows my struggle. So if you're gonna do this, I highly recommend you guys get a drill, because good Lord, doing this by hand, I'll have to improvise and start them off with a screwdriver, and then get my get a little ratchet with a Phillips head attachment and finish the rest, because the screws that this came with were actually a little bit bigger than the screws that were originally in here holding my last sub in here. So those went in extremely tight, which is a good thing. The sub ain't going anywhere, but don't mind that. But yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's extremely secure, but yeah, this was a pain in the butt. So time to put this ring on. Trying to do this with one hand. I was would suggest doing this by hand and not a screwdriver so you don't risk puncturing your subwoofer surround. All right, and once it's on there seated, pretty much want it all the way down to where it doesn't move anymore. You put this ring around. And I would suggest putting this piece on the bottom just so, you know, it's not visible to the eye when you have the actual box in the vehicle. So you want to press down on this. And then pretty much you want to start from the top. I'm actually going to have to use two hands on this, but you're going to start from the top and then work your way around on both ends till you get to the bottom to where it actually closes down on itself. But you literally just, there we go. You push it in like such. I'm trying to do this with one hand for you guys. It's not the easiest thing. There we go. Boom. One side in. Boom. That side in. You can use a hammer, or I would suggest a rubber mallet. Do not hammer metal against this because you will scratch this really easily. So if you're going to use a hammer to try to do this, just make sure you put a microfiber rag or something around the edge of the hammer and just tap on it lightly. But there you go. She's in there. She is in there. Ready for action. Whew. So my hands are hurting. My forearms are burning. That was a good workout. I wish I would have charged my drill because it would have made my job that much easier. So don't do what I do. Get a drill for this job, but you can't do it without a drill. So we'll get the sub installed in the car tomorrow. So the next clip that you guys will see will be the next day of me actually having the sub in the car and doing some tweaks to the sound processor to get everything to sound balanced. So next clip is going to be tomorrow. Let's go. And just like that, it is the next day, y'all. So before we actually get this sub, well, actually the sub is in the car right now. So that box is heavy. But I had to pull up with my squad real quick. They're out here, you know what I'm saying, flexing, about to hit up the Lonnie C. They're having a video shoot today, matter of fact. It's gonna be thick out there, but unfortunately I cannot make it because I have a free smoke appearance on their channel tonight. I'm going live with them tonight. So by the time y'all see this, make sure y'all go back to their channel. It's gonna be last Sunday actually. So make sure y'all go to that channel and check out my live interview, man. Get an exclusive insider on who Srtfied is. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a dope interview, definitely a dope interview. I'm excited, low-key nervous, but I'm excited. But got the squad back here, show y'all a little bit what we got going on out here right now. And then towards the end, I'm you know what I'm saying, continue this whole sub thing. You know what I'm saying? I got the sub in the car. It's sounding good. It's sounding really good. I got a couple of tweaks to do on it, but I'm gonna show you guys that here a little bit later. But right now, I'm gonna show you what's out here. Let's go. So we got the squad out here, you know what I'm saying? Got my dog Conton in it, B. Got Warren in it, B. Got Glue Shiesty in it, B. Got me in it, B. Got everybody out here, man. Whole squad out here. And for those of you that have followed me on my channel and saw that I did the daily driven 1,000 horsepower Hellcat review on my dog 707_Ryuk, he mentioned then that he has a wrap, or had a wrap coming up, and this is the wrap. I will be doing a full reveal. Well, not necessarily real because that's what y'all seeing right now, but I'm gonna be doing another feature on this Hellcat probably in the next coming weeks, so stay posted for that. But this thing is precious. Videos don't do this thing justice. This thing is nasty, but that's all y'all gonna see for right now. But y'all see Nunu sitting lovely bagged out. I got the drags on still. If you watched my last video, y'all already know I had to mount these things up and do some racing, man. I got called out, man, but unfortunately this is my first time actually running on those drags, and yeah, I was in for a rude awakening, and yeah. So if y'all want to see the outcome of that race, make sure y'all tune in to that video, man. But this thing looks good on drags, man. Even bagged out, this thing looks good. Should give y'all a close up.
you try your car.
No, sir.
See how I feel on the bag.
No, sir.
Don't do me like this.
No, sir.
No, sir. What would Jesus do?
Jesus will know what's best, and Jesus will know that that's not happening today.
I respect you. I got you on that one now.
Yeah, that's my dog, Glow Shites. Make sure y'all follow that boy,
Make sure
man.
y'all tune into the free smoke line.
Oh, yeah.
You drop this.
Well, this will be dropped on Thursday, so make sure y'all go back to the Free Smoke channel and tune in. You know what I'm saying?
Put it in reverse.
It's because it's on bags. Gonna get you a scat.
Yeah.
But I see these things out here, man.
You gotta put some music on that.
My lady Princess over here. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram, man. She got a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna post it right here. Y'all already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? All right, to get y'all a quick close-up of the sub in the trunk right now. I do have this thing in here. Obviously, I don't want to play the music right now because of copyright issues. But there she goes right there. You know what I'm saying? Nice little setup. And if you watch my how to install a sound processor video, y'all will see how I wired everything up. And also, I'm actually going to link on the top how to change out your car speakers, because I actually did a video on that, a separate video on that as well. So I'm actually going to be leaving here soon. I'm not going to ride with them to Lonnie C, because like I said, I got my free smoke interview tonight, so I just thought to pull up with them, you know what I'm saying, show love, and then head back. But we're going to finish this video out when I get back to my little spot to do a little tweaks on the system and show you guys what I do when I tweak my system. So let go. All right, so I pulled up to my little spot that I can do my little adjustments and stuff at. Nice little open parking lot, so I ain't bothering no neighbors. But I did bring my laptop because my sound processor, in order to tune the EQs on that, I have to do it via a laptop. Some of the newer sound processors you can do over Bluetooth, but that is my sound processor right there, the Artisan Bit 10. Route this little wire right here. All I gotta do is plug it in right here. If you guys want to see, actually before we plug this thing in, my amps, if you haven't seen my past videos, this is what I'm running right now. I have the HD 750 running my sub, and I have the HD 600x4 running the rest of my car speakers. So every speaker in this car is amplified. I have 6x9s in the back and 6x9 components in the front. In case you wonder what these little boxes were for, those are the crossovers for my components in the front. So this thing up front. I'm telling y'all, this thing look good on drags, but get y'all another close up of the actual sub in here. This thing looks good, man. I'm telling y'all, if y'all got a W7 or any type of sub, go to lifeafterbass.com. I think it's .com. I'm gonna link it right here for you guys. Check them out, man. They make sub enclosures specific to the driver. So for those of you that know anything about systems, subs can sound really good and it can sound really bad depending on the enclosure that you have it in. You can make a cheap sub actually sound really good. So let me log into this. Let me log into my computer and show you guys what I'm about to tweak. All right, so got it plugged in. This is the software. You go into it, pulls up. And it's loading up my settings so far. So I love this sound processor, man, because you can literally adjust everything. If you want to know exactly everything that you can adjust on this processor, make sure y'all check out my how to install a sound processor video, because towards the end of that video I kind of went over all these little parameters in here. But I'm gonna click on my actual sub, and down here is pretty much how I have it set up. All right, so one of the things is when you're tuning your gains for your subwoofer amplifier, you want to make sure you have all this stuff flat. All right, you want to make sure that you have everything flat. If you have an EQ on your actual head unit, make sure you go up here and set everything to flat, and you tune it at 40 hertz. You can download an app, a sine wave generator or test tone generator, and set it to 40 hertz, and pretty much set your volume to the max undistorted volume on your head unit. For the Dodge Chargers, it is volume 30. That is the max volume that is undistorted from the head unit. So set it to volume 30 and set your gains that way. The best way to set it is with an oscilloscope or a distortion detector, but you can also set it by ear. So as you're turning up the amp gains, as soon as you hear that sub note change, that's when you're introducing distortion. So you want to make sure you tune it to the loudest undistorted volume and gain on your amp. But that's a whole different topic. But anyways, you want to make sure you have all this stuff flat. So one of the big things is, once you tune it to that hertz, it doesn't mean that you cannot introduce distortion into your sub or speakers when you're playing different types of music, because some recordings are recorded louder, lower. Like every song is different. So you want to play a song that's dynamic, that sounds pretty good. I can't install updates right now. Of course I can't. But yeah, you want to play various songs and kind of just listen to your music, and be careful. Don't leave your music on the max volume, because you can tend to potentially blow a speaker or a sub if you haven't tuned everything. But the beauty of having this type of setup with a sound processor or an equalizer is that as you're playing certain songs, you can tune out or tune down certain frequencies to where it plays clean through every song. So this is how I have it set up right now. If I try to go through every single detail on this video will be extremely long, and I doubt that I will have you guys' attention for that long. But this is how I have it set up for my subs. I do have it boosted a little bit in this frequency range, which is the 63 through 100. However, I do have my low pass filter set at 80 hertz. All right, for my sub. For my front components, I believe I have it set at 100. No, I have it set at 80. And then for my back coaxials, I have it set at 150. I don't really want any low bass coming from my back speakers. I want it to be clean. And that's one of the big things. If you have a subwoofer in your car, tune out a lot of those lower frequencies, because that's what introduces distortion and that crackling sound into your car speakers, and you'll reduce the life and or blow those speakers. All right, so but for my back speakers, this is how I have my frequency curve set. A lot of times you want this U shape, because your ear, I don't know the exact frequencies that your ears hear the loudest, but anything between, I would say, 80 hertz up to about 2000 hertz, maybe a little bit higher, your ears pick up on those frequencies the most. So you can tune that stuff down to where you can, to where it sounds clean. But obviously a lot of this stuff is preference based. So as you see, I have certain frequencies boosted just because that's how I like my system to sound. And that's for the back speakers. For the fronts, I have it set a little bit differently. It's still somewhat the same, but it's slightly different in some aspects. The front speakers are the same as the back. The only difference is the fronts are components, because you guys know in Dodge Chargers, the front door speakers play mid bass only from the factory. However, when you actually install an aftermarket amp, you can, especially if you wire it up like I did, you can get the front doors to play mids and highs as well. But I like the fact that the front doors only play mids, and yeah, just the mids, and then my dash tweeters play everything, all the frequencies above that. So it sounds extremely clean. Nothing compares to components. To be honest with you guys, nothing compares to components. And you just have more adjustability when it comes to how you want your music to sound. But that's pretty much what I have it set up as. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit and see how everything sounds. So right now everything sounds pretty good, so I may not need to do any tweaks. So I'm gonna play a couple of songs and see if I need to make any adjustments. All right, I did not need to make any adjustments, which is a good thing. So the settings that I had it set at before I realized, because I actually did the tuning on this system when I first installed everything, even though I noticed that my sub had a hole in it, but I noticed that after I did all the tuning. So everything still sounds good, everything still sounds clean. I did not need to make any EQ adjustments, so everything that I have set up on my laptop right now is perfect. So I just have to save the settings and that's it, unplug everything, and I'm good to go. So I'm extremely happy with how everything sounds right now. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick demo. However, I'm gonna be chopping the videos up because I don't want the video to get copyrighted. So, but be mindful, videos is not gonna do this system any justice. I'm actually gonna have to switch over to my GoPro because I have to play the music through my phone, and I'm filming through my phone right now. So I hope the GoPro can make out how good and how clean it sounds in here. But yeah, I'm gonna just give you some quick demos and then we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Hang up the phone on their ass like the numb. I told you don't play with me, nigga. And she be acting funny, probably thinking the talk is cheap. Cause now when they talk to me, they paying me, nigga. When you stay down like this, you rock Phineas. Okay. Set it off like Queen Latifah. You wanna make Billboard and get a piece. You fucking with baby.
So I really hope the video can make out how good it sounds in here, and it gets pretty loud. It gets decently loud. I ain't gonna say decently, it gets pretty loud. But the bass, man, like that one sub gets down, and that's only on 750 watts. So I could jump up to a 1200 watt amp and put 1200 watts of RMS to it, but 750 watts RMS is plenty for that sub. Like it's amazing. But I like my systems to sound balanced, you know. I don't want my bass to be overbearing or anything like that. Like I said, it's just my daily driver, so most of the time I don't even ride with it that loud because it gets annoying after a while. But on those occasional days, you know, when I crank it up, it actually sounds good. And everybody that has heard my system has always asked me, like, you only got 112? Yes, I only got 112. So with the proper tuning, like I just showed you guys on the actual sound processor, or even if you have an equalizer, you can get your system to sound phenomenal. But like I said, that's all preference based. Those EQ settings are all preference based. So what sounds good to me may not sound good to you, but I've yet to let somebody tell me or had somebody tell me that they didn't like the way my system sounded. So but yeah, I'm happy I got my sub back. It only took them 3.5 months, but whatever, I got my sub back and I'm extremely happy. I'm definitely happy. So, but that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, y'all. If y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure y'all hit me in the comments below. Also follow me on Instagram and hashtag salute and certified drip on all your pictures and videos to show support to the channel. And if you guys are following me on Instagram, you can also feel free to DM me on Instagram if you have questions about my build setup or anything like that. Feel free to hit me up. But that's gonna wrap it up for today, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and hit all on that notification bell so you don't miss any bangers that I got coming up for you guys in the future. And until next time, YouTube, I hope y'all have a good day.